ShartimusPrime, ShartimusPrime. Reading comics, toys are hella sick, hella whacking it. Taking bad hits, taking bad shit. Subscribe.
Hey, what's up you guys? ShartimusPrime here, doing another Marvel Legends action figure review on the Marvel Legends Tri-Sentinel Build-A-Figure Waves Wolverine. If you're trying to get your Marvel Legends, you can do so at
Big! Get your big badass toys at BigBadToyStore.com. Click the link in the description below.
While you're down there, I ask you to please hit that like button, and if you're new here, hit that subscribe button as well as the notification bell. And I've been looking forward to this Wolverine figure, mostly a repaint, but I'm still stoked for it. Anyway, you get the Krakoan text right over here, as well as the X logo spot varnished. On the side, you get this awesome image of Wolverine. On the back, you can see a read-up over here. If you want to read it, go ahead and pause it right now. There's the other figures from the wave. Then you get the inverted image right there on this side. And then on the top, you get a spot varnished X logo looking pretty sweet. Not much more at the bottom, so let's get to it and crack this thing open. And here's the new Wolverine figure out of the packaging. And I will discuss the things that I like about this figure. We'll also talk about the things that I don't like. But first, we don't get any accessories with this figure. No Build-A-Figure piece. We do get interchangeable heads. So let's get a look at those head sculpts. Now, while this body mold has mostly been reused, I don't remember seeing this head sculpt before, and as I just mentioned, we get two head sculpts here. I don't remember seeing a smiling Wolverine head sculpt in any of my other Wolverine figures, and aside from it being a little on the oversized side, I really do like it. Fairly clean paint apps over here, missing a little bit of this yellowish orange color right here in the middle, but I do like how the brown, or I guess that's a tan color, right? Is that the word, tan? Anyway, the teeth look pretty good right here. I like that the white paint is all still in the mouth and it's not bleeding over. However, the mask does have a little bit of bleeding, as you can see right there on the cheek. The eye paint looks pretty good, looks pretty solid right over here, so I do like that. But again, the mask paint is bleeding onto the flesh tone, and that is a bit bothersome. He has a very short spikes right over here, and I like that you can see those seams running through the middle. He does have 3 seams on this hood, or on this mask anyway. And yeah, I do like it. Or it's a cowl. God, what's with me and words today? It's the lack of sleep. But anyway, we do get another head sculpt over here. Yeah, and I do like this one a little bit more so than the previous head sculpt, just because this is a little bit more specific to the House of X, Powers of 10 storyline. And I really like that we get the old man Logan facial hair right underneath right here. This is the older Logan resurrected. Memory's hazy, feeling a bit sleepy. But anyway, you can see we're getting more of that brown bleeding onto the flesh tone right there. So yeah, that's a bit bothersome. Again, wish that was cleaner, but the eyes look very clean. They have a nice pearlescent shimmer to them. And once again, you can see those seams running across the top of the head. On the back of the head of this one, you get these weird marbling lines, which kind of bothers me a little bit. But anyway, we've seen this body mold before, and once again, it looks fantastic. I love seeing the deco of the arm hair right here. That looks really good to me. And then these claws, again, I mean, these are, one of the best sets of claws that are out there. As opposed to the lighter gray color, they went with a darker gunmetal gray color right here, and these just look fantastic. I do like them. I wish they were just a tad bit longer, but still, if this is your favorite set of claws on a Wolverine figure, I don't blame you for thinking that. These are pretty awesome. As far as removing them, you can do it. However, I don't like doing it with these type of claws. It's always a little bit trickier getting them in there, and I'd rather not mess with these, and I like how straight they are and stuff, so I'm not going to tamper with them. But I do like how the paint came out on this. It looks really good. I love this belt. I love the texturing in the belt. Clean red and yellow paint right there. There's the back of the figure. Everything looks clean when you move the joint around and stuff. When you move these joints around at the hips, you're going to scuff the top right over there and right over there. So that's bothersome. I've posed them a whole bunch already. So yeah, that's the kind of scuffage that you can get. Otherwise, the paint apps look pretty clean. They look fairly consistent. And I do like how these boots look. And I like the variety of brown that we're seeing right here. So that makes me happy to see those 2 different colors of brown. Nice boot straps and all that. And we get all the serial number and all the legal stuff at the bottom of the feet. Yes! Oh, that is awesome. Happy to see that, as well as the peg holes. Now, the articulation on this figure is pretty much the same as what we'd seen with the X-Force Wolverine Wolverine figure, or the most recent X-Force Wolverine figure, and the head looks a little bit large, right? The heads just look a little bit large on this figure. However, because Wolverine is such a short guy, it doesn't bother me as much as it would if it was a more normal-sized character, or not as short of a character. Anyway, the head will move up that far, and then the heads can move downward that much. You get side-to-side motion and a little bit of head pivoting right here. You get the same butterfly joints as before. Shoulders do move up. I did get a little bit of chewing on the top of these shoulder joints, so be mindful of that, but you can get them moving out very far. They move in all the way, rotate a full 360 bicep swivel. You get double jointed elbows that just bend in that much. You get wrists that turn side to side. They both hinge up and down. That's a stiff joint, there it goes. And then you get the ab crunch forward, ab crunch back, waist swivel, hips move outward that far, and he will kick forward that much, back very far, upper thigh cut, double jointed knees, no boot rotation, but the ankles do move down. They will move up a little bit. I wish they could move up more than that though, and he has beautiful ankle pivot. Now to measure out this new brown suit Wolverine figure, you can see that he is standing just at about 5 3/4 inches tall. And then for a size comparison, you can see this Tri-Sentinel Wave Wolverine figure next to the X-Force Wolverine from the Wendigo Build-A-Figure Wave. And yeah, the head looks a little oversized, right? I mean, he even stands just a little bit taller, even though they have the same body mold. Then for an Old Man Logan comparison, here's our new Logan figure next to the Old Man Logan from the Hawkeye Old Man Logan 2-pack. And just to see if we can get a little head swapping going on over here, I wanted to see how this newer, it's kind of funny looking. We got the cowboy hat and the brown suit Wolverine going, and it actually kind of matches pretty well. That doesn't really look that bad, right? And then if you just want a maskless or cowless Wolverine altogether and use the classic Old Man Logan head, oh, that's a tough one to get on there. Hey, that looks pretty sweet, right? Not too bad. I'm pretty happy with that. It's just a little inconsistent because he doesn't have the hair on the chin when, you know, the masked head sculpt has the hair right there, but whatever. Still kind of neat. And for your brown suit Wolverine figure comparison, we have the Toy Biz Series 6 Wolverine, we have the Juggernaut Build-A-Figure Wave Wolverine from Hasbro, and then we have the Repainted Vintage Collection Wolverine. Out of these four, which one is your favorite? I love how they're all about the same height, more or less. I'm gonna go with, the Vintage Collection one I think is still my favorite one out of all four of these. Wait, we gotta try a couple of head swaps at least, right? Getting the Vintage Collection head right on that new Wolverine figure doesn't look bad. I guess you could go ahead and put this older one on here if you wanted to do that. Or, I mean, he looks older, but it's the newer figure head sculpt. So swapping those two is going to work out pretty well for you if you want to do that. Not so much with the Toy Biz figure. Those heads don't pop off so easily. And I wanted to show off the new smiling Wolverine head on the Vintage Collection body. And even though the browns don't really match, I kind of like this. It looks kind of neat. Then here's the new Wolverine figure next to the only other figure from this wave that I've reviewed. We have Marvel Girl. And then here's the new Wolverine figure next to your average 6-inch scale figure. We have the Marvel Legends Big Time Badass Spider-Man. Ooh, I want to go party on your mutant island. Heard you got all kinds of rad chicks over there, like Dazzler, and Psylocke, and Phoenix, and Marvel Girl, and Jean, and Jean, and Jean, and... What? Forza crowd? So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please show some love to the channel by hitting that like button, and you can hit that subscribe button as well as the notification bell if you're new here. And a big thank you to all these people over here going the extra mile to support this channel via the Tron and channel membership. If you are interested in joining, check it out, link below, or click that join button. This figure is a lot of fun. I really do like this figure a lot. I'm not going to say it's my favorite Wolverine figure, but if it was my only Wolverine figure, I'd be pretty happy. I really like this body mold a lot. My biggest gripe really is the head sculpts are just a little bit oversized, and that does bother me, but we get some nice paint applications aside from the hips getting some rub, so that kind of loses a little bit of points for me right there as well. But I do like how the claws came out, and we get a new belt on the figure too, which is cool, and it's just overall not a bad Wolverine figure, just not my favorite Wolverine figure, and at the price point of around 20 to 25 bucks, I'm going to give this Wolverine a SUD rating of...
It's not so bad.
And you also got to take into account he doesn't come with a Build-A-Figure piece. The accessory load is very weak for this one. So, yeah, there are some downsides to it. But again, it's not a bad Wolverine figure. I would like to know what you guys think. So please let me know in the comments section below. If you want to see the latest Marvel news, you can find it all over at marvelousnews.com. And if you want to stay in touch with me via social media, you can find me over on Instagram, Twitter, and Twitch. And I will catch you guys later. Peace.
crispy.
Hey, new ShartimusPrime videos. Hey, you should click one. Yeah, click on one of them. Or subscribe if you haven't.
Your face,